Good evening, this is the Oscar expert here with Brother Bro, and it's time for more Oscar predictions. We're going to do the acting categories. Let's start out with Best Actress. So I'm going to keep Renata Reinsva at number one. I don't actually think that at the end of the day she's going to win, but I think she could, and that's all I need.
What is the sentiment that I don't know if she's going to win? Because listen, if nothing else happens, why not? She actually could win. So unless After the Hunt, The Testament of Anne Lee, or Hamnet is a Best Picture contender, she will win. Or Cynthia Erivo will win. It's your pick.
Well, I'm saying that if one of those movies that you mentioned gets into Best Picture,
right,
one of those people could win.
Right. But you're not predicting that at this point. Renata Reinsva is objectively number one, and I feel the need to defend this because I feel like I've seen people being like, I don't know if she'll win for that. But look, sentimental value, I don't know if it's top three or if it's like top five, but if it's top three, if it gets 3 or 4 acting nominations, like I think it will, why would she not be in contention to win?
Yeah, no, she'll be in contention to win. You're right.
I think it is a win-worthy performance. But I'm not saying it won't be toppled. It's not like Anthony Hopkins and The Father where I'd be like, oh, if another performance beats it this year, I'll be shocked. What would you even have at number two? It's very hard.
I have Jessie Buckley for Hamnet.
Jessie Buckley for Hamnet.
Because I feel like she's, at the very least, that's the Best Actress push. Like, holy shit, right?
That's fair.
I mean, I had Julia Roberts at number two, but now I feel like After the Hunt, I feel like it's going to tank. I don't know where that leaves the movie at all. Like, I don't know if anyone can climb out of that rubble.
I feel like people will really want to embrace her. It kind of is a comeback. And comeback is very important. What about Cynthia Erivo? In terms of Best Picture confidence, she is high up there, right? Because you have Wicked.
She's gonna win for that.
But like, why wouldn't she be number two?
I feel like acting contenders are generally weaker for the sequels.
That's probably fair.
I mean, unless of course people want her to win so bad that like it actually is leading up to this win.
I don't really know how to interpret like whether you're gonna get an Oscar this time around or whether you could get snubbed this time around for like a movie that's literally part two. It's very hard for me to try to anticipate that. I don't really know how to do the calculus on it.
I have Amanda Seyfried for The Testament of Anne Lee. And
I did too.
I flirted with her at number one because when I thought, if this movie gets into Best Picture, I'm putting her at number one probably.
I agree. If this gets into Best Picture, she probably would win.
She's going to be fucking nuts, and it's a biopic, and it's a musical, and she's going to be crazy.
Yep.
I think.
Yep. I totally agree.
Now, I think probably this movie will just not be like Best Picture quality, and you got to ask, maybe a studio gets this movie and just campaigns it for the Best Actress alone. Maybe it doesn't even come out this year, but I think that I can't imagine that she wouldn't be a strong contender for this.
Yeah.
It seems like she's going so hard.
I'm tempted to have her at number two, but again, like Anne Lee is kind of, I don't know whether
it might not even come out.
I don't know whether it's in or out, whether it's coming out or not. I don't know who's distributing it.
Doesn't even have distribution. So I don't know if number six, like I had Jennifer Lawrence for Die My Love, but that film is withholding a festival presence for the fall in favor of like re-editing a little bit. So I'm really not sure where that's going to go. I mean, Rose Byrne and If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, she's amazing in that.
Yeah.
And I think there is going to be a Best Actress campaign for her, no doubt. And so could that go further than Jennifer Lawrence? At this point, I mean, If I Had Legs I'd Kick You is doing TIFF and NIFF.
Yeah,
good so it's doing a good job.
It's getting a push. It should get a push. It's a really good film.
Critics are going to like it a lot.
And too. Rose Byrne is like insanely good in it. I don't believe in this though. I got to say, I don't believe that this will end up happening. It feels like a movie that just won't transcend like that.
Yeah. Well, it's just a little overwhelming, a little stressful. But
I don't even know if it's that reason. It's just kind of a hard film to hype up as like, this is one of the year's must-sees for an awards voter who might have kind of a limited number of films, or they might already have enough films on their plate that they feel like they need to see.
You say that, but then
maybe If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, it's not like their number one priority to watch.
You say that, but then Willem Dafoe can get in for At Eternity's Gate, and like
that's true.
You can get these Best Actor nominations that are like kind of weird.
But Rose Byrne's not quite there. I mean, she's never had Oscar buzz for any other film.
That's true. That's true.
I think it's Oscar worthy. I think she, I would love for her to get nominated. She's at number 7 for me.
You're right that I think she's too freshly like this is like her first time even in this conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem. I'm feeling that Emma Stone may be supporting in Begonia right now.
Yeah.
And so we're going to put her there. We're going to put her there for now. We're not going to have her in lead.
And listen, if she's being floated for supporting and they're not sure where to put her, I read that as if she's in Best Actress, she will not be nominated. That's how I read it. I do take Tessa Thompson and Hedda seriously. I have her at number 6, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that movie's doing what? Only TIFF?
You're right. See, I don't think Hedda's going to be a great film, but I think it could be a good film. I think it could be solid. And if she gives a great performance in it, there is room this year in this category.
So Amazon's pretty much dumping Hedda. 1 week theatrical, then going right to Prime. Get out of here. The trailer looks like it's kind of just for fun, and she has gone down since filming this video. I don't know who else to have. This is actually like really thin. So
I don't believe in Jennifer Lawrence for Die My Love. I just don't. Again, I don't think Die My Love is like an Oscar movie.
The Sydney Sweeney Christie thing is just seeming like another rando like a boxing movie at TIFF, and they always happen. They never go anywhere. Long Day's Turning into Nights like not coming out.
There's not a lot.
Is Laura Dern maybe lead for this thing on? Probably not.
No,
she's probably not even lead for that.
I think it's a man movie.
June Squibb? Is June Squibb back in the conversation?
For Eleanor the Great?
Yeah, probably not.
I think she's like in the list.
That might do well at TIFF.
She's in the list. I don't know if how high she is.
The movie has weird reviews.
This is where like we really should get Rose Byrne in here. Like we have to get her in.
That's right. She's number 6.
That would be awesome.
Oh, what about Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue? You want to throw that in there?
Yes. That's a great idea.
She could get a Golden Globe nomination for that.
That's a great idea. She could be a late season contender.
I don't think it's going to happen though. I feel like Kate Hudson's never coming back.
Emma Mackey for Ella McKay.
No, that's over.
I know.
That's over.
Lily Liu for
you may as well put in
Rosemead coming out this year?
You may as well put in Lindsay Lohan for Freakier Friday if you're going to put in Ella Mackey.
I have nothing to say that. Is Rosemead coming out this year?
No, there's no indication of such. It premiered quietly at like what? Tribeca?
Yeah.
And it's over?
Well, this is a thin race. We got to get Rose Byrne in there.
I agree. Rose Byrne is number 6 now.
Jennifer Lawrence, you know what? Like
she is possible.
I can't deny that that's not possible given how thin it is.
It's
not like a normal thing.
Put her above Sydney Sweeney, you fucking lunatic.
Yeah, put her here. I think people are coming down on Die My Love, and I think that's like where I've kind of been. And I like that movie. I think it's very good.
Let's go to Best Actor. I have Timothée Chalamet at number 1. Do you have George Clooney at number 1, or you just you didn't think about that after the trailer?
I have George Clooney at number 1, but I could definitely be persuaded to take Timothée Chalamet to number 1.
So Timothée Chalamet, I mean, he does feel like he's working towards an Oscar win, right? We all feel that. It's going to happen one day.
But here's what could happen.
This will be his most acclaimed performance. We understand that right now.
Right.
He's going to be the lead in the Safdie movie. And it looks like he's utilizing all of his talents. He looks super energetic here. In ways that he hasn't been in some of his other Oscar-nominated roles.
I think people will be super impressed with Chalamet, and yet I feel like it is kind of the nature of this Best Actor race that when it comes to like the comeback role, the veteran role, that has a better shot.
Well, sometimes, sure. But Chalamet's been nominated twice, so he's actually in like an overdue position, which is not too bad. Even though he's not very old.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree with you that they would not have any problem.
They could string this boy along until he's in his 40s.
I agree.
They could.
I agree.
Because he looks young. It's seriously a thing. It's like he looks young. Because he looks young, it feels like he's still like climbing in his career. And it's good for him to have the chase, right? Like it's good. And he kind of did almost win last year. I do think he will be a number 1 or 2 this year because I think Marty Supreme, if it is what I think it is, will be a top 3, top 5 contender. But I feel like when it comes up to that comeback role where that actor looking back on their career and like a meta kind of commentary,
you are being a little biased towards last year, man. Just because Adrian Brody won.
I wasn't even thinking about last year.
What were you thinking about?
Brendan Fraser in The Whale.
Comeback role. I mean, that was his first nomination, though.
Doesn't matter. That's even more speaks to like what I'm saying.
Here's my thing with George Clooney. He's playing a character we're familiar with him playing. And he will show that he's the best damn George Clooney.
Yeah, there's no better George Clooney than George Clooney.
But we're going to give him another Oscar for that? I'm not so sure.
We might.
To be fair, he's never won a lead Oscar.
We might give him another Oscar. I don't know.
I don't know that we will.
I don't know.
I think he will be very close, but I'm not so sure.
See, this is where like I'm not going to adamantly like stand by this and be like, oh, you shouldn't put Chalamet number 1. If you want to do it. Like the movies haven't been seen. We have trailers for both. I don't have more information than you do, but that's how I see it. Like there's the young actor who's like proving themselves, and you know, does he really have much to prove at this point? I mean, he's an amazing actor, but like then there's George Clooney.
He'll reach a new peak.
Who hasn't won an Oscar since Syriana. Like he's in a new era of his career. He's, you know, the titular character in this film, and I think both of them are similarly positioned in the titular roles of a major studio's priority Oscar film. I just think Timothée Chalamet, like, I can kind of see him getting strung along for winning the Oscar like Leonardo DiCaprio did.
I'm not concerned about Jeremy Allen White being number one because I just don't think that he needs to win off of this movie. And I do think the other two just seem stronger. The narrative seems stronger. He's going to be probably in there for Bruce Springsteen. It's not going to be that hard, okay? That's pretty easy. Everybody can see it. Everyone can tell it's happening. Brendan Fraser for Rental Family is also, I think, is definitely in here.
Yeah.
Especially with Rental Family seeming like it's just going to happen at this point. Everybody's kind of getting on board with that. Searchlight's number one, and this role looks absolutely perfect for him. I think that there's a lot of afterglow love that will be easily translated into nominating him once again.
Out of TIFF, after that wins the People's Choice Award, do you think Brendan Fraser, the face of that film, who everybody's still in love with, I know it's like The Whale has come and gone, but I think people are still in love with that man. I think he either you're going to fall in love with him again and he'll get another nomination. He's not going to win it because he just won an Oscar, but like...
It's also a very different role, which is
very different. It's great for him to be a little more natural, a little more down to earth, very funny, very charming, heartfelt. Like, he really won me over in that trailer. I really get that he's like bringing a lot to this. I think he's going to get nominated. I think that could even be number 3. It could be possible that he'll be talked about to win, but it's too fresh that he just won for The Whale.
So this is why this category is so fucking tough for me, is because I feel like I don't know how these 4 could miss.
Right.
Like, I don't know how.
Yeah.
Their movies seem strong, and they seem like they're staples of their movies. At number 5, I'm really between 3 people as far as like, you know, there's a lot more people who I think could get nominated, but there's 3 that I'm like, I want to have them all in the 5 and I can't.
Yeah.
So one of them is Jesse Plemons. I don't know what's happening with Begonia. That's like the main thing. If Begonia's in picture, he's pretty likely to get his first lead actor nomination. Right. It'll probably be a really good role for him. But
yeah, I'm just not feeling super hot about Begonia.
Yeah, the Begonia could go either way. And there's Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, where we do have the movie winning Best Picture, and it'd be super weird if he didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
He's playing like 2 roles. Him and Ryan Coogler came up together. This is their Oscar moment, and he's gonna like miss out on a nomination while Coogler like wins something. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan has a huge career to stand on. And even though this film probably isn't like his crowning achievement, like Michael B. Jordan's crowning achievement, it's more of an ensemble film that he's great in. I feel like he has the potential for people to just put him in there because of where he is in his career and just to honor him as an actor and as an artist. It's more like I don't think he has the Oscar scene. I don't think he'll have, you know, the screen time even of these other top 4, right?
My instinct tells me he's Margot Robbie and Barbie.
Yeah.
And I think that can easily be disproven by someone telling me, well, Barbie did not come close to winning. And I'm saying, okay, I understand.
But also,
and I also believe, and here's the other thing. Again, BAFTA is not happening before the Oscars this year. Mm-hmm. And Michael B. Jordan will get SAG, Golden Globe, and Critics' Choice.
Yep.
He will get all 3. And there will not be a reason not to predict him. So probably going into the Oscars, I'm going to have him in. I'm just going to have to. And that's going to be that. But he's the kind of thing.
Robbie, though.
He's the kind of thing that can miss for a performance that's a little less populist, like a Daniel Day-Lewis, Anemone, like a Wagner Moura for Secret Agent.
Right.
Right? Like that's kind of, it feels like that could be the pattern here.
So here's who I think could topple him. Like, obviously, Daniel Day-Lewis for the film that I think is going to be good. I think it's going to be very acclaimed. His role could stand up as one of his very best. And his filmography is absolutely insane. In every single movie, he does something different. And here he's like coming down to earth, you know, probably not transforming quite as much to play like something really personal. This could be an amazing narrative to get him a nomination, especially because he wrote off like film acting for a long time. And now he's back because his son's directing the film. Who knows when we'll see this man next?
Can I tell you why I have him in?
Yeah, I think you probably should.
I think that when he's going to campaign, right? He's going to get out there. Yes, he will. Oh, he's promoting his son's movie. He's promoting his son's movie.
I was going to say maybe he won't campaign because he just wants to like hang out wherever, do whatever he's doing, like arts and crafts in his log cabin somewhere. But I think he will campaign, like you're saying, because he wants his son's film to be
It's also
successful.
his movie. He co-wrote it, by the way. I think he will be around for this movie. And when Daniel Day-Lewis shows up to your fucking SAG
That's kind of
screening,
undeniable.
When Daniel Day-Lewis shows up to your NIFF screening, I'm imagining going to NIF and watching Anemone, and then he fucking shows up, and it's like a legend.
Yeah.
Such a legend sitting in like among us. People will be like so won over by that.
Yeah.
It's such a rare Bigfoot. It's like different than Meryl Streep showing up, because like Meryl Streep would show up to things, but I feel like Daniel Day-Lewis, it's like holy shit.
It's like seeing the Northern Lights or a shooting star.
Yeah.
It's like holy shit. There's just no one else like him. Like there's a really good case that he is the best actor.
And again, it's
living.
like we thought we'd never get another role. That here's one. We are in the position again where this may be his final role.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a very strong, and it's focused features, and I think he's gonna have a meaty role.
I had to, it was a good speech. I had to put him at number 5 because of that. I know Michael B. Jordan for Sinners is super compelling. Like, I'm not trying to minimize that, but I am trying to be accurate. I think people are going to think it's like really racist if Michael B. Jordan doesn't get nominated, to be honest. There may very well be something to be said for that.
I mean, look, maybe maybe if Deliver Me From Nowhere is not in picture, like Jeremy Allen White will have to fall. I don't know what will
Jeremy Allen, if that's not in picture, he'll fall off. You know why? Because this year's fucking competitive.
It's really crazy.
Hell, Jeremy Allen White's probably below Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, I just did that.
I think Jeremy Allen White...
He's gonna get in though, Jesus
if
Christ.
Deliver Me From Nowhere is in Best Picture, he'll
no,
get
even
in.
if it's not, man. I mean,
even if it's not, he's
Jesus
in trouble.
Christ, like that could happen though.
He'll be in trouble for it.
But Jesus Christ, how would that not happen? Also, this is like part of the reason why I feel Begonia could fall is because Plemons doesn't have to get in, and it also makes almost more sense that we can't have that many like people in Best Actor.
Yeah, as awesome as much as I want Plemons to get a nomination, and I know you out there, you want him to get a nomination. He's gonna be playing an awkward fuck, and
it's not an Oscar bait role.
And it's just not an Oscar bait. Yeah, like it's just harder to see than the other ones. Like I can't have him above Brendan Fraser or Jeremy Allen White or even Daniel Day-Lewis. Like, and my confidence in Begonia is neither here nor there at this point.
Wagner Moura is also pretty compelling. Like that could happen,
Moura,
but I just don't like. I asked you about it. I was like, does he have like a scene? Like, does it make a ton of sense? And it sounds like
no.
It's like
I don't think
it could happen,
a scene,
but it's not. It's just not a slam dunk. And I think in this year where you are competing against fucking Daniel Day-Lewis for the 5th slot, like you have to be really.
I think the problem here is. People are going to say, oh, like I can imagine him getting in. Like, so can I. But I cannot imagine him getting in over any of these performances. It's not a big enough role. Like, the campaign can be robust, and it just still doesn't happen because it's just difficult to get in over Daniel Day-Lewis for Anemone. Right. And that's the kind of performer he has to be.
He might just get a Golden Globe nom, right?
Yeah, he'll get the Golden Globe nomination. It will happen. There is room in that category, and I do think that will happen.
Oh, and then I have to have...
But he's not even going to get Critics'
talked
Choice.
about the fact that Colin Farrell for Ballad of a Small Player, he looks like he could get nominated.
Yeah.
Like, that looks like a really big role for him. I mean, the camera is 2 inches from his face, and he's going fucking crazy with the facial expressions. Everybody loves Colin Farrell. It's a huge, meaty role in a movie that will probably be somewhat accessible.
And I think the movie is a character study. Fundamentally, I do think it's a character
Another
study.
one that, like, look, if this was in Best Actress, I'd probably have him in.
You mean
like,
if it was in Best Picture?
No. I mean, if the category was less crowded. If the category was,
sure.
like, he could easily be in there. But I just can't have it because I don't have it in Best Picture.
Dwayne Johnson for The Smashing Machine as well. Like,
I just don't see
super Oscar baity role, makeup, playing a wrestler.
But he's kind of just doing this. He kind of just being, like, a little bit, like, gentle and kind of
he's
nice
like,
guy.
hey, I'm a gentle giant. Nice to meet you, Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. It's not insane.
It's not insane. It's not Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler where he's like my daughter.
It's feeling to me like Emily Blunt's actually the bigger acting prospect.
I agree.
Here, maybe.
I even have her in.
We'll see.
Let's see. Let's go to that category now.
Well, we can't go to the category yet.
Leonardo DiCaprio, one battle after another. I think we all kind of know that that's not going to get nominated. Like, it's not that serious.
I can see the
if he
Critics'
can't get
Choice
nominated for maybe. If he can't get nominated for Killers, like there's no momentum here.
Willem Dafoe for Late Fame, that movie's not really, doesn't seem to have the momentum.
Right. Like where that movie would need to have a bigger fall festival presence for me. Paul Dano for Wizards of the Kremlin, like the Academy doesn't really seem to go out for him.
You could throw in Oscar Isaac for Frankenstein, though I don't quite believe so.
I don't buy it, but yes.
You could throw in Lee Byung-hun for No Other Choice, which even if that movie got Best Picture, it's too crowded.
I haven't met like number 11. I'm like, hey, why not?
Even if it's Best Picture, it's too crowded. A lot of times these international films, they don't even get their actors in.
Yeah, like Parasite couldn't even get a single actor, you know?
Drive My Car, that guy didn't come along.
It's changing though. It is changing. McConaughey for Rivals of the King, McConaughey for Lost Bus, probably not happening. Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams, that's not.
Even critics don't have room for him.
That can't happen.
All right, supporting actress. I am really having a hard time here because I think that the people that we have in the top 5 aren't winning. I think nobody's winning. I think they might have to not give out. Ariana Grande is she's just not going to win. I'm so sorry. Like, she's not getting an Oscar and then Cynthia Erivo isn't. It'd be like, what? Like, you're getting it? And like,
how the fuck can you say that? It's a supporting category. It's way easier for her to win.
It's still her first film role.
Bruh, she would have won last year.
I don't like these hypothetical arguments. Well, if this didn't, like, things...
If Saldana wasn't there, she would have won. It's absolutely true.
How do you fucking know that
it's so true.
Okay, fine. Maybe.
But I know no one came close because Zoe Saldana had the career narrative and she was also like
maybe it was Rossellini. I don't know.
But again, that's what it took to take her down. I mean, she had so much buzz. People love her so much.
I can maybe keep her number 1. I just feel like it's wrong. I just feel like it's
We've had an entire year to adjust to the fact that Ariana Grande is a good actress, and now we're back.
Nominating her is one thing.
Yeah.
Nominating her is one thing. I don't think the industry will accept that. I don't think the industry accepts that she's an Oscar winner.
Do you have any other argument?
Someone else will happen.
Ha! That's where I laugh in your face.
I feel like maybe it should just be Glenn Close.
Fuck that! Fuck that! I'm gonna kill you. Defaulting to Glenn Close winning an Oscar is a cop out for anything you want to say.
I didn't say it's gonna happen. I don't have her in. But I'm
telling
what I'm telling you is,
getting nominated.
If she's fucking
stop
in that movie,
in a Knives Out movie, that's so funny.
You Ryan Johnson wrote that movie thinking, oh, I'm gonna get her an Oscar.
I'm so confused. When was the last time someone won for an Oscar for a supporting performance where like they only got, I don't know, supporting in screenplay, like they weren't in a Best Picture movie, like what?
Regina King, but that was close.
Yeah.
Allison Janney, but that was close.
Okay.
Alicia Vikander, but that was also nominated for Best Actor. I think it will not happen. In my head, I can imagine something like that.
Are we sure? I feel like category fraud is important for supporting. Glenn Close is not even ambiguously going to be a lead or a supporting.
Oh, she's going to be a supporting.
So I'm saying category fraud is so important. I mean, Alicia Vikander.
Wait, no, this is good for her, you dipshit. It's good that she is the second build, and she's probably close to lead.
I don't know what this is. You don't have her getting a nomination. I don't know why I'm listening to you right now. It's actually Ariana Grande.
Why can't I
actually get used to it?
Can I say Elle Fanning? I'm not getting used to it. Is it Elle Fanning?
It feels like a nomination and not a win. If it came down to you have to figure out who the fuck's winning an Oscar, who doesn't feel like they're winning an Oscar, or whether the supporting actress in the musical that's in Best Picture is going to win an Oscar, who's also a co-lead, who's basically a lead and is category frauded. Whether she's going to win the Oscar, how the fuck can you say that she's not the front runner right now?
I mean, I know that Jennifer Hudson won for Dreamgirls, but it feels different.
It always happens. The supporting actresses win for musicals. She's going to be doing the most, like, amount of acting.
You can do anything. Like,
and then when she
there's
sings,
something about the performance though that's like, I think that we need to know if she can also play other roles before giving her an Oscar.
I kind of agree with that, but it's still really strong. Even if I gave you that, I'm like, well, what else is going against her? Like, tell me. I mean, there's a lot in her favor.
I mean, people thought like Lady Gaga was going to win twice. Why can't it be Elle Fanning? You said she's big, she has scenes, she cries.
I don't know. I mean, I guess
what's the big deal? Is it that Inga Ibsdottir is like also as good?
Yeah, there's that, but I just don't think it will win. I think it will get nominated.
We agree that Inga's getting nominated, and a lot of people don't think that this double nomination is happening, but the double nomination's happening.
Okay, so why do we think that?
She's going to be equally as good. Critics will love to nominate her. She'll get Golden Globe.
Who is better, Elle Fanning or Inga Ibsdottir Lilius? It will depend on who you're asking. And a lot of critics will say, oh, it's Inga Ibsdottir Lilius because that's like the more subdued performance. And we like that. And they're both excellent. They're both in the movie a very similar amount of time. I would say Inga Ibsdottir Lilius is probably a little less of a supporting character. And I'd probably give the edge that Elle Fanning has just like more presence in the movie. But it doesn't really matter. They're both in it a lot. They both are very significant. They have big scenes. I think Lilius will do very well with critics. Like, I think she may very well become a staple of that category. And then I think the naysayers about that seems like too many nominations for the movie, are just going to be like, oh, well, I guess never mind, she's coming along. And the only way that it wouldn't happen is if this category was just super competitive, stuffed full of Best Picture nominees. And guess what? I don't see that. I'm looking down my list. I don't see that it's so stuffed, chock full of Best Picture nominees.
What about Laura Dern?
And look, the double supporting thing was happened like, I don't know, 4 years in a row, and we've been off of that trend for like a couple of years now, but we need to get back on to remembering that that's like very possible and was very common for a while.
Now, Laura Dern for Jay Kelly, she seems like she has a presence from the trailer, and I've heard that and she's also like third build. Like, it's kind of there. Yeah. It's kind of there.
It's there.
Like,
it's there.
I don't know if maybe people will feel like, okay, but it's kind of like Marriage Story. I don't know. Yeah. Christoph Waltz won fucking twice for Tarantino movies. Gwyneth Paltrow for Marty Supreme. I heard something that like maybe there's no supporting play, and then I saw the trailer and I was like, even if it's like a Rossellini and Conclave situation, and it'll be more screen time than that, I assume, more dialogue at least, then I think that if you have the right narrative, the right campaign, you can make that happen.
I do agree that it matters if you have the right campaign. Let's say she has 8 or 10 minutes of screen time, which is very little. It could happen for her. If she's really good in those scenes. I mean, maybe she's not as scene stealing. Like, she doesn't look like she's playing a character, really. Like, she seems kind of down to earth compared to Marty Supreme. Like, Marty Supreme seems big. She seems kind of, like, normal in comparison.
She does have a scene where she's, like, an actress on stage, though.
It could happen just because she's having this comeback. And there's like a narrative behind it. And the studios can make these things work.
So you don't have her in because you have...
I don't know. I'm going to decide right now.
I have her in... Emily, here's the thing about Emily Blunt, man. She will get a precursor nomination. She might even be Eddie Redmayne in The Good Nurse. If the movie is very much not a Best Picture thing, she's probably going to drop out. If Dwayne Johnson...
But how do you know it's going to be that far from Best
Here's
Picture?
Why. I have all the evidence you need. I have fucking loads of things in my notes app that are about these very scenarios. If she's not coattailing Dwayne Johnson in the movie, she's fucking over. That's how this works.
Really?
That's how this works. She must coattail Dwayne Johnson. She must coattail the movie. And if none of these things are happening, she's not happening. Okay?
Right.
That's just the trend.
Fair enough.
That is the trend.
And you'd say that's true about the Oscar, not necessarily about precursors.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I think she will do well.
Like, I agree. She's going to get a SAG nomination.
I actually think she looks really showy in this film.
SAG's obsessed with her. They can't get it.
SAG loves her.
No, she could get all 3 precursors and she will still get snubbed.
I think it's a Beatty performance.
She could be very good. She could be worthy.
She's crying in the
trailer.
trailer.
She could get all 3 precursors.
She has a lot.
And she could get snubbed.
She kind of looks like a co-lead.
Remember Jennifer Lopez
like
for Hustlers? Remember Jennifer Lopez for Hustlers? Like, it's just one example. Like, she could get snubbed if she's not.
Yeah.
Like, right?
I get that.
So I don't have her in.
I have Wumi Musaku at 7. I know.
Really? You catapulted her.
Here's the thing. She's in a Best Picture film. Now, I don't think she's going to get nominated. Like, I'm feeling more no than yes. And it's because, Sinners, she blends into the ensemble. Like, she is some people's favorite, but it's not like the consensus standout. I think some critics will go for it, but I could even see a world where people, like, don't really do it. Like, it just doesn't really happen.
You don't know that it's not Haley Steinfeld. Also. Yeah, I would just be surprised if anyone became a staple from that movie. So Amy Madigan's number 8 for me. I actually moved her up from number 12. And here's why. Her being a previous nominee, kind of important. It's been a long time.
That is very important.
Very, like, big, showy, memorable role.
Yep.
Not really featured in trailers, and, like, she will have to campaign for that.
Yeah, and they're going to push her. I mean, I totally buy that. I think they're going to try, and they're going to get a lot of precursor nominations.
A lot.
Film Twitter is going to get super excited because she will get a lot of critics nominations. So good enough that people will think it's happening.
I think that the thing that compels me is that she will be really fun for people to vote for.
Yeah.
Critics are going to have a blast checking her off.
And again, I think Weapons...
Thinking that they're bolstering her Oscar buzz.
And I think Weapons is like kind of a prestige movie.
Yeah, I don't really disagree.
It's not like just a horror film.
She's got some of the goods. I mean, it's not a character that like, gets revealing or personal. But
I've seen so many instances where it's like I would vote for that person or I want that person to win, and everyone around me seems to agree, everyone I talk to agrees, and yet it doesn't get on the Oscar voters' radar. It just doesn't.
Especially if it's a horror. That's
Especially
not
a horror
Best Picture, right?
I'm remembering it's not the same, but like Charles Melton for May December. I would
fuck that.
everybody I know is like, that's the best performance I've seen, from a supporting male that year. She has this dual persona in the film that's very fun to play with. She's terrifying and she's also like hilarious.
I need to know like how well known Amy Madigan is, because I actually don't understand, because I wasn't too conscious or alive when she was really famous. So like, I'm gonna need to ask my parents, like, do you know who Amy Madigan is? Like, I actually, it's important that I know how much people know who that is, because I agree. I have no fucking clue.
Because if the Oscar voters are like, oh, I remember her. She's such a great actress. I'm so glad it's her time again. Like, that's a world of difference from Amy Madigan. Okay, I don't even know who that actress is.
Oh, yeah, she was, yeah, Amy Madigan, okay, yeah.
So I've since had more thoughts about Amy Madigan in Weapons. The data is still overwhelmingly against her in that if Weapons isn't close to Best Picture, if it's not top 15, doesn't have any lead actors going along, this is extremely unlikely. But she has the perfect narrative. Hollywood was ignoring me for a long time. People thought I disappeared. Then this kind of crazy risk-taking role showed up on my desk, and I gave it my absolute all. She freaking forms in this movie. Absolutely unrecognizable. Bunch of clown makeup. Kind of Joker-esque. Maybe the movie is in contention for makeup too, actually. And that could help her kind of tie into that makeup nomination. But that perfect Oscar narrative, like, we've seen that work. We've seen people want to give awards to those people. This is where I think SAG is maybe going to bite. And they've gone for Lupita in Us and Emily Blunt in Quiet Place. Again, like, we could get excited and she could get every precursor and still get snubbed. But still, even if that happens, her at number 5 at this point in the year, it's not that bad. She's also a very humble actor who I think could, she's showing up and like doing press, and they have to get her out there. They have to get her doing interviews. Like, it can work. I can see it, okay? She's got to get out there and remind people who she is and about her career. And I even think that critics groups might have so much fun with this one, because they're going to have a blast nominating her. They're going to give her awards, I think. A lot of the critics groups might even give her awards. And so even if I think she has a 40% chance, I could put her at 5.
I owe Debris After the Hunt. I'm just not so confident about After the Hunt. There's Marie Yamamoto for Rental Family, and I would say like the few peeps that I've heard is like that Akira Emoto is the supporting play. But I will not dismiss her until, the movie is seen, of course.
I think that could definitely happen. Maybe I should move her higher because I have that in Best Picture.
Thomasin McKenzie for The Testament of Anne Lee. Like, if Anne Lee was in Best Picture, of course the supporting actress in a musical thing is real. Jennifer Lopez, Kiss of Spider-Woman, I don't really think so, but there's a chance. Fala Chen for Ballad of a Small Player. I haven't really heard that like that's that big, but she is a supporting player. I don't think it's going to be Tilda Swinton. We could put in Alicia Vikander for Wizard of the Kremlin.
I do think if Anemone is taken seriously, that Samantha Morton could coattail Day-Lewis.
A House of Dynamite, Rebecca Ferguson.
Yeah.
Could happen. I could see it. She seems like she, after the Dune movies, it's like working her way up to something, I feel like. Laura Dern is this thing on. I think she's just, Jay Kelly's like her move. I am not taking Jamie Lee Curtis seriously this year for Ella McKay. Emily Watson for Hamnet. I'm assuming there's not just enough for her in that movie.
Wait, we didn't even talk about Emma Stone for Begonia.
Oh yeah, Emma Stone for Begonia. Right.
She's like got to be pretty high up.
Yeah, if that's the way that they go with her, then and Begonia's in picture, that would be very likely. But something about Emma Stone, it's like we have given her a lot of awards lately, and it doesn't feel like we have to like keep going with that if we don't want to, if we want to make room for other people. So supporting actor, I'm actually glad that we're doing this at a later date because there's a couple contenders that I've kind of changed my mind on. Number 1, we have Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value, but I also think that Adam Sandler could win for Jay Kelly. Those are going to be really special, like, first nominations for actors that have kind of been in the running for a long time.
Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting race because I think one of them will win. They both have a great career narrative. They seem like they're almost co-leads in their films. I already feel like Stellan Skarsgård's performance was Oscar-worthy, and it makes sense that he would win. It would just take a very formidable contender to push him out of that slot, and I think that is only going to be matched by Adam Sandler in this movie, if he's really good.
I also have Akira Emoto in for Rental Family. I have heard a couple things that point me towards him, and then in the trailer I see this scene where he's sitting next to Brendan Fraser, he's looking at a photo and he's weeping, and my guess is that he's not part of the family with this kid, but he's like this other kind of gig that Brendan Fraser has going on where he has one-on-one scenes with this old man.
Yeah.
And maybe it's Takahiro Hira. I know some people are closer to predicting him, but this is just what I've heard so far. And I think somebody's going to get in for Rental Family.
Takehiro Hira kind of struck me as like a more muted personality anyway, whereas like Akira Omoto might be kind of a quirky old man who has like a very deep soul.
He's like the Max von Sydow in Extremely Loud of this movie.
Yeah.
It's a weird
Sure.
thing to say.
I have that in. I just feel like that's going to work out.
I'm going to put in Paul Mescal at number 4 for Hamnet.
Yeah.
Now that I have Hamnet in for picture, I mean, he's easily part of that package. Everything I've heard is that him and Buckley are just like easy slam dunk, like they're crying, they're doing a lot, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
They are previous nominees.
And I believe he's campaignable in supporting. I mean, even in the Vanity Fair piece, it says he takes more, like the character of Shakespeare takes more of a supporting role.
I think that's what's happening.
And it's kind of like nodding that, you know, he's not the protagonist. We already kind of knew that because we know the book.
He's going to be supporting, I think. Yeah.
I think he like just he's not in every scene of the film. I think it makes just total sense. And if they're assessing the best actor race properly, like they should go to supporting for him because he won't get nominated in lead. It's too crowded. And you know, it's also the reason that I have Hamnet in too. Like 2 acting nominations plus like screenplay plus crafts. Like I have to have that in, and it kind of fits nicely into those. And I have Delroy Lindo still in Sinners. Now I know
it's hard.
I know we're kind of like, oh, where is Sinners going to land with acting categories? But my sense is he still kind of has the best narrative, and I don't know if everybody is seeing what I saw in the performance, where like I've seen the film 3 times, and the subsequent viewings especially, that character has a lot to him, and it's Delroy Lindo's performance that really like lets you in on that. Like it's not just a supporting goofy character, even though like the second half might have you like believe that, because he kind of disappears into the film.
He a little bit,
but
is
in that
in the
first
second
half, he has a couple scenes that are like really moving,
right?
And he is an incredible actor.
Yeah.
And he's also kind of funny in it. So I just don't know if my feeling about that performance is going to be shared by like broadly people who love Sinners. But if we're expecting Sinners to be like the number 1 or 2 play for Best Picture, why wouldn't people see it that way as well? Why wouldn't a veteran actor go along for a supporting nomination here?
It does feel like that could happen, but I also wonder if us pundits are more clued into Delroy Lindo because we're bitter about the Five Bloods snub.
Yeah.
Whereas
He's
regular
still on a lot of
voters,
TV,
like,
though.
maybe he's not as well known as like we kind of think he is. I don't know.
I don't know how to assess that. He
I
needs
also-
a good campaign. The studio needs to campaign the shit out of him, write articles about him, tell people how he's been this actor for so many years in the industry but never has had his time to shine. They need to do that for him.
Right. I want to have somebody in for Deliver Me From Nowhere because I have that in picture, and I think that if it's in picture, somebody else will come along, and I don't know if it's Stephen Graham or Jeremy Strong.
Yeah.
I guess I've heard mixed signals about that, and so I'm kind of gonna wait on that.
Yeah, I just don't know who to put in from that film because I've heard mixed things about who the supporting play is, and it also makes me think, all right, maybe it's just Jeremy Allen White. Like, I don't know.
Also, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. I mean,
Right.
I heard he's...
For a film we have in Best Picture.
He's doing a lot in that movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, if that is in Best Picture...
He's a crazy white
pretty likely that
supremacist.
he could come along. Yeah,
He's like the main villain. Apparently, there are like some scenes where he's like incredible. Like you're like laughing at him because he's so ridiculous and stupid, but you also hate him. Like it's very powerful, the kind of character he's playing. But you know, part of me wonders like if One Battle After Another is kind of on the cusp, which I do kind of expect. You know, maybe the character is so dislikable that people don't want to go for it?
Has that been a problem for people in the past?
I don't know.
That the character is dislikable?
But I'm not sure what to do with him. I guess this category is pretty
I don't know what to do with
crowded
him
when I
either.
think about
I also think Sean Bean, after that Anemone trailer,
Right.
I am really looking out for him because
Yeah.
not only does Anemone look surprisingly very good, but it looks like the crux of the movie, the core of the movie,
Yeah.
is
The two brothers.
The two brothers, and some of the scenes they're going to share together are going to be amazing. And I think Sean Bean holding his own with Daniel Day-Lewis, like he can definitely coattail off of Daniel Day-Lewis's lead nomination, and I think BAFTA will shortlist these two at the very least.
Why do you say that like it's evidence that a nomination is incoming?
Because this is the kind of thing where Sean Bean could get nominated only off of getting a BAFTA nomination.
I guess, but again, like we're not gonna the Oscars aren't gonna know that he was nominated at BAFTA.
I know, but whether or not they know it, it's still indicative of an attitude towards his performance, and like whether or not.
Well,
they
I
might
think
go for it.
what we're gonna see is critics nominating both of them a lot, and it's going to be more ambiguous when we get to the industry because Anemone might not be a Best Picture movie, whether or not they keep both of them in the conversation.
I've seen some people say like, well, isn't, Paul Dano didn't benefit from that and There Will Be Blood. And it's like, well, Paul Dano was very new.
He was young.
Sean Bean is an older actor who we've
Seasoned
seen
actor.
before.
Everybody knows him, loves him.
Has never got his time. Like, it's actually a good narrative for him. If the movie's very good, which it might be.
No, it's a great narrative for him.
Yeah.
Imagine, I can just see how good they're both going to be. And him being a co-lead makes me think, why not? Why couldn't they both get in together?
This is why I'm like, oh, really, Delroy Lindo? Because there's so much competition potentially here.
Let me tell you, though.
And Delroy Lindo, like, he's so light on screen time.
Listen,
his 2 scenes come really early.
You always say it yourself, though. It matters if you're in a Best Picture film. It matters if you're in a Best Picture winner or a film that they really love. I mean, think about Yura Borisov and how he was nominated everywhere for Honora because they love Honora. Like, that's the kind of thing we're talking about here with Sinners.
Yeah, more screen time, though.
Someone is going to get nominated, I think. A movie that's winning Best SAG Ensemble, getting like no Oscar nominations would be kind of strange.
It happened to Parasite.
Yeah, but that's like an international film.
Well, Michael B. Jordan's probably going to get nominated at all the precursors.
Right.
And so people might think, well, there's the acting play. Like, we don't really need to go that hard for any supporting people. Like, we got him.
It's a little harder for him to get in because it's an ensemble film, but it's the kind of thing where if your campaign is strong, it works. And it usually does work like that. And people get nominated for Best Picture movies way more often than they do for movies that aren't in Best Pictures.
And then Andrew Garfield for After the Hunt. We had him in last time. I took him out now. I think that After the Hunt, I think something's going wrong. Like I said in the picture video, I don't think there's going to be much that survives from it. Maybe Julia Roberts.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's going to be like, well, we can hold on to 2 actors. I actually think it's just going to be Julia Roberts or bust.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I'm feeling about it. It just feels like it's going to be one of the award season flops this year. And so I can't have Andrew Garfield in anymore. And I also am starting to feel that this category is pretty competitive.
Jude Law, Wizard of the Kremlin.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's
like an Oscar bait role with lots of makeup.
I think he'll get
with a thick fucking Russian accent. I think he will get in somewhere too.
Yeah.
I think he might do very well with Precursors and then miss the Oscar nom because it's not a Best Picture film.
He might like just get the Globe or something. I don't know. But it is a big bait role if that movie's good.
Tim Blake Nelson in The Testament of Ann Lee. If Ann Lee is really good and is like a Best Picture movie, I think he would be the one to get a supporting nomination, actually.
Wasn't Christopher Abbott anymore? What about Miles Caton in Sinners?
Yeah.
Like, critics groups might go nuts for Sinners, and I could even see the Critics' Choice nominating him.
Yep.
Or, him and Delroy Lindo, or maybe just him. Like, we may get flip-flopped a bit. Again, it is true that the Oscars like the old veterans a lot more than the newcomers.
Yeah.
And there's no, greater evidence of that than what happened with Belfast. But
yeah, or even think about, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, both Stephanie Hsu and Jamie Lee Curtis got nominated in the end, but Stephanie Hsu had a harder time getting nominated than Jamie Lee Curtis, but she was better than Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, it didn't make sense. Even though some people, and maybe more people, believe that Miles Caton is the supporting standout in Sinners. He is the bigger character. I don't know if I agree that he's like more of the standout. And it's like a great debut performance for him, but I'm not sure because it's a debut performance that he's going to get nominated.
Yeah, he might be relegated to like the Young Actor Awards too.
Jonathan Bailey for Wicked Part 2, supposed to be in it more. I think he's going to get Oscar buzz. I think that's what we have to reckon with. There will be Oscar buzz. There will be, hey, let's nominate him this time around. He deserves it. This man deserves it.
People will say that. It won't happen.
I'm kind of in agreement with you, but I want to throw that out there because it's going to happen.
Idris Elba for House of Dynamite, I think, is a thing.
I think he's a lead, though.
You think so? Is that not an ensemble movie? Like
I think it could be like September 5 where everybody goes supporting, but it's kind of hard to put Idris Elba in a supporting category, is it not?
No, not if he is supporting.
Russell Crowe for Nuremberg.
Take Nuremberg away from me.
I'll keep that in, actually.
Actually, don't do that.
Why?
Absolutely not.
What? Absolutely not what?
Absolutely not.
What, Russell Crowe for Nuremberg?
Yes!
I don't think so either. That's why he's really, really low.
No, he's not even low. He's just not on the list.
Tyler, the Creator for Marty Supreme.
That's not happening.
Marlon Wayans for him.
That's not happening either. I don't have anybody.
Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. That's probably like
he's in so much makeup that you won't be able to see him.
Right.
I don't
Bill
know if that's a good
Skarsgård
thing.
couldn't get nominated for his performance in Nosferatu, which was sick. So it's probably not going to happen.
I don't. Think
it's another interesting take on a monster. He's probably going to transform his voice and everything. William Macy for Train Dreams. That's kind of a pipe dream.
Train Dreams is dead, I think.
Yeah. He was great in it.
What about Conan O'Brien for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You? Now, let me just say this.
I don't think
that
it's an Oscar
movie is going to
nomination.
be at Telluride,
Yeah.
TIFF, and NIF.
Yeah.
And Rose Byrne.
It's all going to Rose
Think
Byrne
about this.
now.
If Ann Lee doesn't come out this year, she's in my 5. Rose Byrne's in my 5. I don't have a choice about that. There's nobody else. If Rose Byrne becomes like a lock, let's say, and she's really in there, maybe
No.
Mr. Last Year's Oscar host, who is good
No.
in the movie.
He's good in it. Would you put him in?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
you're
good,
right.
but you wouldn't actually vote for him.
Yeah.
Because it's like, wow, that was really fun to see him there, and he was like legitimately good. Like I actually couldn't really see him in the movie. It was really fun, but you wouldn't vote for him. I think
No.
it's just about her. I don't think we're
yeah.
getting Conan O'Brien an Oscar nomination. I don't think he's going to even get a precursor.
I'm just floating it.
I'll also float this. Andrew Scott in Blue Moon. I've heard he's really good and a standout in that film, and that is going to fall festivals. You know, it could potentially be something that critics latch onto.
Well, people might
That's all I'm going to say, because I don't think it would get nominated, but it could be something critics latch onto.
critics won't hold that hard onto that.
I agree.
Like, I don't think that
I agree.
they're that into Blue Moon.
Just want to mention R.I.P. to Mark Hamill in Life of Chuck. It's kind of funny that was ever a thing, but like Life
even
of Chuck's
close.
so dead. Oh, Bradley Cooper is this thing on. I guess we could put him in there, but that's not
You
gonna happen.
can, yeah. I mean,
I'll
I
just
don't know.
like leave him in there to look out for.
And those are our acting predictions. We got to breeze through the rest of the categories. Like the festivals are coming up sooner than I thought. People are barely gonna have time to watch our video before all the predictions start getting scrambled.
So I guess we're not going to do tech categories before.
Oh, we are. We're just gonna have to breeze through them, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
What performance do you think is going to inevitably get overlooked this year?